Jazz Kang is here for Speak Minneapolis. Absolutely thrilled today to be talking about the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Yes, it is here. Yes, it is a dream come true. Yes, it is exactly what you would want from the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. As someone who's been a fan of these games since the 90s, including X-Men Children of the Atom, the first game in this series, and remembering my heartbreak when I accidentally bought the PC version and spent all Saturday trying to get it to play on my Mac and not able to. Well, 30 years later, that wound can begin healing. Because now the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection assembles the entirety of the early Marvel vs. Capcom arcade games, right now delivered in one beautiful, beautiful collection. That includes X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 New Age of Heroes, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and The Punisher. The Punisher is a beat-em-up that you either have the most or the least familiarity with, depending on what were your arcade years and your arcade times. But as for the majority of these, with the sole exception of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, these have seldom, if any, gotten any home releases off any of the digital arcade and collection platforms. I think other than the arcade one-up stand that was made available a few holidays ago, there wasn't a way for any of these to have been played on modern systems, modern hardware in decades. And they are all here, and they all look and sound beautiful. I want to emphasize the sounding beautiful because you have the original arcade music and the original arcade voices. And for fans of the 90s X-Men animated series, which should be everyone, yes, the actors who voiced the cartoon based on the comic that you loved is here. The same voices who are in X-Men 97 are here. You don't just have to imagine them or tweak them in your head, and it is fantastic. The control is great. It's incredibly responsive to the arcade in every single one of these. The Easter eggs are in all of them. One thing that it took me a while to play to figure out is for unlocking Akuma on a few of these, you don't have to go through the same level of timed character selection screen to go to it. You just need to do the unlock hitting up at the top of the character selection screen. It makes it easier. It's going to save time. It is fun for everyone to play as all your favorite characters. They're all here. I am still stunned that this exists. I can't imagine what an undertaking it was to getting the rights alone for it, let alone presenting it here. Plus, for the fans of the 90s and early 2000s, nostalgia and just the sheer look of arcade culture at the time, yes, you do have the graphics of all the promotional arcade releases in the library. It's some of the most time I've spent in the library section of any video game collection I've purchased in a long time. This is everything retro gaming can and should be, and I give it the absolute highest of recommendations. It is available now on the PC, PS4. I played it on PS5 using the PS4 one, Switch, and is coming out in 2025 for Xbox One. That is Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. I am Chaz Kangas for Speak Minneapolis, and I'll see you in the ring.